This is Transformers Generations Deluxe Class Rattrap. The figure's part of Wave 5 together with Tankor in the Transformers Generations IDW Deluxe Class series of figures. It also comes with this really nice Hasbro exclusive cover IDW comic book, Transformers Generations. This is the Dark Cybertron Chapter 5 featuring Finest Hour. Again, a comic book where Rattrap is not in it. Shockwave gets hold of Metroplex and is able to control him, and Nova Prime leads the Primes into some place where they don't want to be. Anyway, whatever. Right there. Anyway, Dark Cybertron, interesting storyline, and here's the packaging. Very nice. And again, the instructions. This is one of those toys that, just like Waspinator, man, I just really got a migraine trying to figure out the instructions. They're a bit of a help to a certain point. Like, the engineering of the whole toy is amazing up to this point. Once you transform the arms and the legs, it gets a little bit dodgy. It's like fold the legs, then the back part, the animal part, then somehow he becomes a rat. Yeah, I got lost. Weapons chamber, his bombs, and you can just transform him back into robot mode. No indication of where you can put the weapon, but it's easy to find out where you can put it. Instructions are slightly better than the Waspinator instructions, but still, like this, I mean, first step, fold that cowl up, and then you fold the headpiece, the rat headpiece up. I mean, you didn't have to split that up, really. You could do that in one motion, which I'm going to show you right now. I'll show you in a little while. Sorry. Anyway, so here he is, Rattrap. Not exactly my favorite maximal. In the toy, the original Beast Wars Rattrap toy was okay. I mean, I know a lot of people were really after that when the Beast Wars had an anniversary, 10-year anniversary or something like that. The Transmetal version was slightly better for me. I don't know. For some reason, the Beast Wars genre, the Beast Wars era of the Transformers was good for me, but it wasn't like oh my god, I have to get it. I grew up with the G1 characters, G1 toys. I love the evolution they've taken with animated, with Prime, sadly with the Bayverse. But you know, the Beast Wars were okay. Back in the day, they were well ahead of their time. With standards today, they didn't look too much, but back in the day, they were like, oh my god, animation, that computer graphics, CGI cartoon, that was so awesome. And I love the maximize and the terrorize aspects of each of the Maximals and Predacons. So here he is with his good old buddy Cheetor. So in the cartoons, Rattrap would be somewhere like here. Cheetor would be somebody like Sideswipe or Sunstreaker, while Rattrap would be somebody like Bumblebee. But this is, I don't know. On the shelf, it's good enough for me. It doesn't have to be in perfect scale. And these are one of those times that I'm super glad I did not sell this guy. A lot of people were hating on this figure. They're saying, just get the old Cheetor figure back in the 90s. That would be a better Cheetor. But, you know, for somebody who's a big fan of the Generations, I'm so glad I kept him. Because now that the Maximals are being completed, being reissued or updated yet again by Hasbro and Takara Tomy. Takara Tomy just released a Rattrap and Optimus Primal and Tankor special Legends type of packaging. So that interesting bit for all of you who are looking for an update on these Beast Wars figures. He's not entirely a shell former. It was one of the things I hated about the Beast Wars figures. The animal pieces were at the back and the robot pieces were in front. And then Transformer, you just collapse everything, unwrap, collapse. It was okay. The main thing that was a big appeal to me for the Beast Wars was really the articulation. And he's kept some of it. He's got a swivel neck. It's on a hinge. He's got a ball jointed shoulder with a hinge, ball hinge elbow, no wrist articulation, no torso articulation or waist, ball hinge hips, ball jointed hips, which is a little bit tighter than Waspinator, thigh swivel, hinge knees, and no, this is the animal foot articulation. His tail, that's about it. Paint apps on this guy, not that big. I mean, not that much to complain about. The silver, just make sure they're evenly painted on the arms and on the legs. Other than that, he's just a bunch of orange and gray pieces. It's not really nothing to complain about. Not a whole lot to complain about. Okay, accessories. He comes with his translucent blasters that you can split into two guns if you want. I like to keep it one. You can store it in animal mode there's a hole on his back, which we'll do it later. He also comes with his bombs, mini bombs, or so the instructions just say it's his weapon. I forgot what it's called. Just the weapon. I think they were bombs. In the old cartoon, you could take it out. He can hold it. Looks like they look more like binoculars, actually. So you can hold them and store them on his forearm, which is nice. Right there. He's got the maximal symbol right on his arms, which is really nice. I mean, that's fine detail. Look at that. Right? Transform him, and again, as the instructions say, the first step you do is you fold out the cowl, but you know, newsflash Hasbro, you could just do that. You could save on the steps, because to be able to do the cowl, you'll have to do that, put it back, and then put the head up. So again, I don't know why they even make it so complicated. Put it up there. There's no way to cover the face, which is a shame. I'd hope they had updated that. I wish this piece could have moved up a little bit higher to cover the face, but I suppose you can just, you know, turn him around like that. And that way it's not too obvious that it's its head. And the arms, what you want to do is, this is the position you want to get it into, like that. That's essentially it. The instructions tell you to go up, down, up, rotate down, and then rotate down again. I mean, anyway. So essentially, that's the position you want to get him into, the arms. Now the legs. The legs are just amazing transformation. Go ahead and fold it up this way, and fold it this way. The feet, and then I thought these were interesting. You unfold the calves right here, and then separate the leg, and that's the leg. Same thing here. Go ahead and fold that and form the hind legs of the rat mode. And then what the instructions fail to say is that this joint, there's a joint here, and then there's this loose rivet here. What you have to do is you have to fold it down as well. You'll need to fold. You can't just, the instructions tell you to fold the legs this way, but they fail to mention that you've got to fold that whole entire hinge this way. Right like that. That will save you some heartache in trying to figure out how to fit all these leg pieces inside his rat mode. Okay, so there. That's how it's supposed to be. Then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and fold these animal pieces out right there. You want to fold the arms here. Just keep the arms like that for now, because they're going to fold over the legs, the robot legs. So this way, once you've already set up the legs that way, it's a lot easier to just collapse the entire animal shell, as it were, on top of it. Like that. For a while I had trouble just figuring out how to collapse the entire leg assembly, and it was a pain. Like that. And then the end part, the tail part, or the butt part, has these grooves which you clip onto those loose rivet joints right there, just to form the hind part of Rattrap. And then it's a matter of just aligning pieces here and there. And then for the arms, you want to make sure that, well, let's move the legs. You want to make sure that the shoulder joints are already fully bent backwards. That will save you trouble when you're folding the arms onto the legs. You're supposed to fold this like this. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, joint's a little bit tight. You'll have to fold those two bits perpendicular, that, and then you fold these like that. Oh, okay, so they're not as flush as I thought they would be, but anyway. Okay, there, and then you fold the side panels. Just squeeze them in right there. There are some tabs right there. You just fold them in there, and just like the old original Beast Wars toy, the arms are sort of exposed underneath his belly as in rat mode. So okay, and fold the legs down. He's got the chomping mouth action, and again, as I said, the weapon is going to fit right there in that peg. You insert the peg right up that hole on his back, in between his arms and legs, and you can store the weapon nicely. And you just fold the feet this way. They don't really move as much. These move because of transformation, but the hind legs are a little bit static. So just align the hands properly. The hands also do have some articulation, but mainly because of transformation. You want some aesthetics. You want the arms sprayed out in robot mode or whatnot. You can do that. So there is Rattrap in his rat mode. And he is pretty big compared to Rhinox. In the cartoon, he was much smaller. But you know, you could always justify that, say, oh, back in the prehistoric age of Earth, rats were that big. So I don't know. Here he is with Rhinox. Yeah, pretty cool. So now that I have everybody, the only one I'm missing is I need to buy Megatron again, and maybe a Black Arachnia. I sold my Megatron and Black Arachnia ages ago, and I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass for doing that. But you can always buy things back. All right. So there you go. There he is. I hope you've enjoyed this video review. If you did, please click the thumbs up icon at the bottom. Follow me on Twitter for my toy purchases, Instagram for my toy sightings here in Manila. Check out all my video reviews on this channel. Chefatron, and I did forget to mention one piece of articulation on the head. You could do that, and that's what the cowl is for. So you can move the head about and not expose any of the robot bits. Transformers Generations, IDW Deluxe class, Rattrap. Thanks for watching.